Okay, so last classes we completed Linux installation and we started just initial commands like how to start the machine, how to shut down the Linux server, how to reboot the server. Okay, so we know this Linux OS is a command-based operating system. So if you need something, you have to give the command. So these commands all are fixed. If you take any operating system, any flavor of the Linux, like RHL, OEL, CentOS, IBM Linux, whatever, which flavor, if you take any flavor of the Linux, the basic commands, the installation procedure, everything is same. Okay, so when you log in with the user, so let me start my mission. You can see. So I started. Let me log in root. The root is the default user. When you install any flavor of the Linux, we get the default one admin user. People called as a super user. So root is the super user or admin user in Linux operating system. So this user having all the privileges. You can perform any type of task using root user. So you can see, so this is the terminal window where we can give all the commands. So when you log in root user, so just you can get the IP address to connect remotely. This is my IP address. Always this network card should be connected state or else you did not get any IP address. When it is connected state, that means one IP address allocated for the server. This is my IP address. Let me connect remotely. How to connect remotely? Linux server. Yes. How to connect remotely? What are the client tools we are using? Okay, just I increase font size. So when you log in with the root user, this is my server IP address. So this is my host name, host shortcut name. If you want to get the host name, this is the my host full name. Just how to find the host name? Just give the host name command keyword. This is the keyword. If you want to find the server name, host name, you can give just type host name enter. So what is our host name? mission3.oracle.com. So out of this people called as this entire thing full name of the server, full name of the host. So out of this is the host shortcut name. This is the host full name, domain name. This is the domain name, oracle.com, ibm.com, hp.com. So this entire you can say host full name. So out of this is a host shortcut name. This is a domain name. When you log in with the root user, when you log in with the root user, so like this we can see. We already discussed yesterday. So this is the hash symbol means currently we log in with the root user. By seeing the hash symbol, we can understand currently we log in with the root user. Or you can see here the username will be printed here. Username @host shortcut name. So what is this? Tilde indicates we are in the which location? User home directory. What is the user root? So currently we are in the what is our current location? PWD. Tilde indicates currently where we are in. Currently what is our current location? What is our current path in Linux server? Which location you are in? Which path you are in? Currently we are in slash root. Slash root is the root home directory. If you log in with ABC user, what is the ABC home directory? What is the default ABC location after login to ABC user? Yes, I'm audible. What is the user ABC home directory?
Slash home slash ABC.
Yes, ABC1 slash home
Slash home
slash
slash ABC.
ABC1.
Yeah.
So when you log into ABC user, you are there inside this location. When you log into root user, what is the default location where you are in? Slash root. Suppose if you go to Windows, suppose where I am in, what is my current location? I am in the inside this path, yes or no? The same way in Linux, when you log into Linux, if you log into root user, yes, what is your current path? What is your current location? Present working directory. What is your current location? I am in slash root. If you log into ABC user, what is the default location slash home slash ABC? That is user home directory. If you log into root user, currently we are in the root home directory slash root. So this is the username which user currently login. This is the host shortcut name. Tilde indicates current your location. Tilde indicates current PWD present working directory user home directory. So PWD also it gives the current user location, current path. Okay. So we discussed already. So how to shut down the machine? Init 0 to shut down the Linux server. So you can use init 0. We already done yesterday. Power off or init 0 or power off. Both are same. It's going to shut down the Linux server. This command also same. So init 6. What is the use of this command? To restart the Linux server or reboot the server. Anything is fine. Okay. So next. So if config, we know. So host name, how to find the host name? Suppose I don't know host name, just give the host name, type host name and enter. It gives the current host name, current server name. You can say to find the host name, use below command. Yes, yeah. So to find the host name, we have to use below command. What is the command? Host name. Type host name and enter. So this is the host name. So this is the host shortcut name. This is the domain name. The entire you can say fully qualified name. The host full name. What is the host full name? mission3.oracle.com. Next, second command. So uptime. Uptime. So what is the use of uptime command? To find how long the server is running. Means the server is running how long? From 1 day, from 2 days, from 24 days, from 1 month, from 2 day, 2 years. How long the system is up and running? So to find how long the server is running, to find how long the server is running, from how long the system is running up and running, you can use this uptime command. Uptime means how long this server is up. To find out how long this server is up and running, you can use this command uptime. You can say, so this is the current timestamp. This is the current timestamp. Up from how long? 8 minutes. Just now we started. Before starting the class, I started this server. Before it shut down state. So how long it's up and running? Just from 8 minutes onwards, this server is running state. Load average. Load average. How was the load on the server? Less than 1% only. So if you want to find server, any server, if you want to find how long the server is up and running and what was the load average, you can use this command uptime. Uptime. Let me keep here. You can say uptime. Yes. So not. So the above server is is the above server is up from 8 minutes onwards. 8 minutes onwards. And the load average is below 1%. By seeing this output, how can understand? What we can understand? From 8 minutes onwards, the server is up state. The server is running state. Before it was shutdown state. What was the load average currently? Currently the load average 0 less than 1% only. Suppose if you see this output, like this. Okay. Example 2. Suppose if you see this output, suppose, okay, 22 hours, 10 minutes. Can say So by seeing this output, how can understand? Yes. How long the system is up and running? From 22 hours, 22 hours, 10 minutes onwards, the system is running state. Clear? Next. Example 3. Suppose your system is running from 30 days, 1 month onwards. In real time, the server is running state. Never shut down the server. If you shut down the server means end users cannot access the application. Suppose if you take Flipkart, back end the database servers, application servers, all the servers should up and running. Then only you can access the application Flipkart. You can submit the order. If the any server, either application or database server, any server is goes down, you cannot access the application whatever you want. Flipkart, SBI Net Banking, whatever. So if it is suppose you can say like this 30 days. That means, so what we can understand by seeing this output, the system is up and running from 30 days onwards, the system is running state. Clear? Any queries in this uptime command? Next, third command. Today, these are the commands. First command to find the host name. Second command to find how long the server is up and running. To find how long the server is up and running state. Yes, you can use uptime command. So based on this output, you can say the server is running from 3 hours, server is running from 3 days, the server is running from 30 days. What is the load average? The load average below 1% only by seeing this output. Clear? Okay. Uptime. You can say now it's a 12 minutes. So like this, based on this output, you can say the server is how long the system is running state. Okay, next. So next, if config we know. So if config to find the IP address. Yesterday we discussed. Host name we done. Next. So suppose you can say, okay, there is a cat/etc/host entries. We have to keep. What was the host name? We know host name. We know IP address if config. So if config, we have to add the host entries inside the /etc/host file. Add the host entries. Host add the host entries inside /etc/host file. So what we need to add inside this file? So we need to add like this. IP address. What is the IP address? This is the IP address. Let me keep here. IP address. What is the host name? Type host name. You can get the complete host name. These are the details we have to add inside the /etc va/etc host. Va means we are going to edit this file and add this entry, add this line. Just you can say va space /etc/host file. We are going to edit this file. This file is existing under this directory. And we are going to keep server IP address, server full name, and server shortcut name. Syntax. Server IP address, server full name, server shortcut name. So server IP address means this is the IP address. Server full name means this is the full name. So server shortcut name means without a domain, the last server shortcut name. We have to add these entries. You can add these entries inside the /etc host file. Why means I will tell you. So let me va /etc/host Enter. Now I need to add the existing lines. I don't want to disturb. Add the next after two lines. Just you can say go right arrow, click on I, insert mode. Just paste, right click. Then you can save this. Escape, shift colon W. So vi/etc host file. Edit this file fast. I want to add these lines. You can right arrow. Just you can now click on insert mode. Click on I from keyboard. Now you can see insert mode. Now enter, paste the right click. Right click means paste the line. Here we copied. Here we copied. Control C. Here just you can paste. I already paste. After paste that line, click on escape. That insert gone. Insert mode. After click on escape, shift colon WQ. This is how we can save the after and after added this entry, we can save this line. Can say okay. So now hostname hyphen I. Yes, we can get the IP address. No need to give if config. Even when you get the if config, then only you can here you can see the IP address. Take the IP address, you can add into inside this file. Just you can hostname hyphen I, we can get the IP address. And also ping hostname. It's pinging. What is the hostname? Mission 3. Mission 3. You can say it's pinging means it's communicating with the host name. It's communicating with the IP address ping 192.168.0.126. Can say. So if you not added the entries inside this file, it's not pinging. It's not pinging with the shortcut name. It's not pinging with IP address. It's not pinging with the IP address. If you want to ping, that means yes, able to communicate with the host shortcut name, able to communicate with the IP address. After adding the entries inside the /etc host file, we can able to pingable these all the entries. Yes, you can say. Can say ping space mission 3. Yes, it's pingable. You can say control C. Then again can say here there is no loss, zero packets loss. Means we are able to communicating without any packet loss. So next ping with the IP address, server IP address, it's pingable because we added the host entries inside the /etc/host file. Okay, clear? Next, fourth command. Fourth command. So now can say, okay, df-h. Suppose in Windows, you can see easily tell how many drives are there. C drive, D drive, E drive. There is a three partitions are there. Three drives are there. What are the drive names? C drive. How much? What is the total capacity C drive? Tell me. Yes. What is the total capacity C drive? Hello. What is the size of this
195. 195 GB.
C drive? How much?
295.
295. 295 GB.
295 GB.
Total can say when you mouse when you place out the cursor total size 295 GB. How much free space out of 295? How much free space? It's printing now. It's showing now. It display right.
3.63.
3.6 3.66 GB free space. So here what is the total size? D drive.
925 GB.
So how much free space?
29.
294 free
294.
space. Here how much? What is the total size? 634 GB. How much free space? 26 GB only. Means it's a Windows, it's very easy to see the drives. Each drive, how much capacity, how much free space. But in case of Linux server, Here in this server, I want to know how many partitions are there. Partitions means drives. In Linux, we can say mount points. We created a mount points while installation Linux operating system. We created mount points. I want to see what are the how many mount points are there. What is the total capacity of each and every mount point size? How much free space available? All the details I want to know. How to check the mount point details here? Everything you have to give the command df-h. df-h, it gives the all the partition names and full size and used size and available and used percentage. It gives all the details. In this server, how many partitions are created while installation? Everything it will display here with this command, a single command. So out of this, we created few partitions, but some partitions default, the mandatory partition system is created automatically. What are the mount points we created? We created this one. We created this one. This one also we created. This one also we created. Only these four partitions we created. Yes or no? The remaining partitions are mandatory. The system is created default. If you want to create your own partitions, yes, we created. What are those? Slash. What is the slash means? It's a root file system. What is the total capacity? What is the total size of this slash? Here total size means under this column it indicates it is the total size of each partition. So I am asking root file system. What is the total size of this root slash? 70 GB. How much used out of 70 GB? How much used? 12 GB
12
used.
GB.
12 GB used under used column. You can say. So how much available? How much available?
59.
Available means free space. 59 GB is available. How much used percentage? 16 percentage. Used size is 12 GB. Used percentage is 16 percentage. Slash backup, another mount point. Slash backup, what is the total capacity? Yes. What is the total size of slash backup?
1.9 GB.
1.9.
19 GB.
19 GB, 19 GB. There is a big difference between 1.9 to 19. 19 GB, not 1.9. Here there is no point. Here is there 3.2 GB. But here you have to see this same column under size slash backup 19 GB. How much used? M means G means GB. M means MB. M means megabytes. MB. G means GB. Gigabytes. So what is the available? 19 GB. What is the used percentage? 1 percentage. Slash user 1. What is the total capacity? Capacity means total size of the that mount point. What is the total size? You have to speak out. 81 GB.
81 GB.
Okay, what is the used size? Used size?
605 MB.
605 MB. What is the used percentage?
1%.
1%. Like this, we have to if you want to know all the partitions information, whether it is system created, whether it is user created, it gives all the partitions information with this single command df-h. H means it gives the output in human readable format. That means GB or MB, it's a human readable format. It's very easy to calculate the size of the mount point. So df-h, it gives the mount point details in GB format, in MB format. Less than GB, it gives the MB. Less than GB, what are the less than GB? It gives the in MB format. If it is more than GB, it gives the GB format. It's a human readable format. It gives the human readable format mount points information. That is df-h. If anyone asks how to find the mount point details, what is the disk size? People called as a I want to find a disk size. How many disks are there? What is the each and every disk size? Disk, mount points, partitions, everything is same. The terminals is different. To find disk size, to find mount point size, to find partition size, you can use this command df-h. Clear? To find mount point details, mount points or disk details or partitions to find mount points details, mount points disk, mount points disk or partitions details, we use below command. What is that? df-h. It gives the details, mount point details in human readable format. Okay. So to find the mount point details, to find the disk details, to find the partitions details, we can use below command, that is df-h. So if it gives the human readable format. Suppose I want to print all the mount point details in MB format, not GB. Specific format I want to print the details. So 1024 KB, 1024 bytes equal to 1 KB. Yes or no? 1 KB. So 1024 KB equal to 1024 KB equal to 1 MB. 1024 MB equal to tell me 1 GB. So this is the MB, GB, you can say 1024 bytes equal to 1 KB, 1 KB equal to 1024, 104 KB equal to 1 MB, 104 MB equal to 1 GB. Now I want to print all the mount point details in MB format. I want to print the mount point details, the same details I want to see, but in specific format, in all the details should be displayed in MB format. Then you can use df-m. df-m. Before we can say 3.2 GB for this total size. Now you can say /dev mount point. What is the total size? 3.2 means 3232 MB. Yes or no? 1 MB equal to 1024 MB equal to 1 GB. So 3000, here 1000 MB equal to 1 GB. Exact 1024 MB equal to 1 GB. Here 3000 means 3 GB, 3.2 GB. That's why it print 3.2 GB. Here you can say 71,000. It will print if you convert GB, 70 GB. 19,000. If it is print in GB, 19 GB. 82,000. So this all the information it will print in MB format. Clear? 4.1. To display mount point details in MB format, use below command. df-m. Can say, okay, it will all print in MB format, megabytes. Next 4.2. to display the mount point details in KB format, in KB, GB, MB, KB, kilobytes format, you can use df-k, df-k, df-k. df-m, m means megabytes, k means kilobytes, h means human readable format, that is default GB. So kilobytes. If you convert 1 GB, this 3.2 GB to kilobytes, this is the value. It convert and it print all the details in KB format. Clear? Any queries from anyone? df-h to see the mount point details in human readable format, that is GB, df-m megabytes, df-k kilobytes. Okay, so that is to see the mount point details. Next, so we done this command. Yes, we done this one. We done this one. Next, free-g. I want to see the memory details. This is the storage. Disk means storage. So I assigned memory also while creating the while installation of Linux operating system. We assigned some memory also. Yes or no? How much memory assigned? Suppose this server is installed by some other engineer. I don't know how much memory assigned, how much disk assigned, how much storage assigned. To storage, you can use this one, df-h. If you calculate this, all the things, you can get the storage capacity. I want to know how much memory assigned this server. Suppose we assuming 6 GB assigned, 6 GB memory assigned. Out of 6 GB, how much free space available? How much free memory available? If it is all the memory, it is used state or free state. I want to know how much memory assigned for this server. Free-g. Free-g. Can say to know the server memory. How much memory allocated for this server? How much memory? Memory means RAM. If you buy a mobile, yes, that time also you can verify how much memory is coming with the default, how much storage is there, what is the processor. The same way in Windows it's very easy to know the memory, to know the disk size, but in Linux everything we have to provide the command. dff-k kilobytes, mount point details. In mega format, this one. In GB format, this is the storage details. I want to know memory details. Free-g. G means it print the memory details in GB format. So what is the total mem? Mem means it's a memory. What is the total memory? Under total, what is the digit is there? 6 GB. That means total 6 GB assigned memory for this server. You can understand by seeing this output. Suppose if you see here 120 GB. That means 120 GB allocated for this server. In real time, it's 100 GB, 200 GB is there. Memory allocated based on the server configuration. Based on the requirement, yes, they can configure it. If it is local system, I assigned 6 GB only. This is the swap memory. Let me keep into notepad. To find memory details in GB format. Use below command. Okay, this is free-g. Okay, so note, by seeing the above output 6 GB assigned for the above server. So how much free space? Used space is 1 GB and used 1 GB used state and 1 GB free state. So available 4 GB available. 4 GB available. 1 GB is used state. How much free, how much memory is available? 4 GB available. Suppose if you see like this, output, if you see like this, suppose here 200 GB. Used, suppose we are assuming, used suppose 70 GB, 70. Free, okay. So suppose free 70. Available 130. That means by seeing this output, what we can understand? So there is a 200 GB allocated for the server memory. How much used? 70 GB. How much available? 130 GB available. Clear? Example 2. This is the example 1, example 2. Okay. Next. The same details. If you want to print the in MB format, the same memory details, if you want to print the MB details, free -m, can say. So it's a 6 GB. Exact how much memory allocated? 6.5 GB allocated for this server. 6526 MB. How much used? 1591. That means 1.5 GB used. This is the free. This is the available. 4.6 GB available. The same details if you want to print the memory details in MB format. Can say 5.1. To display memory details in MB format. MB format. Use below command. Okay. Free -m. Next. 5.2. To display memory details in KB format. Kilobytes. In KB. KB. Yes. You can use free -k. Free -k. It gives the memory details. It converted into kilobytes and it print the message. Print the details. Clear? So to see the memory details, you can use free -g. It print the message. It print the message details in GB format. If free -g, yes, free -m, it print the memory details. Display the memory details in MB format. Display the memory details in KB format. Free -k. Next. Okay. So you can say we complete this. So I want to know how many CPUs are there. How many? What was the CPU count? So you can say there is a LSCPU system configuration. List the CPU information. So you can say when you give LSCPU, it gives the more information about this system, this server. What is the architecture? This OS 64-bit architecture. So byte order, little endian, byte order. How many CPUs there? Only one CPU assigned this server. So online CPU, only one. Online CPU list 0. So you can say CPU family. How much CPU for this? 6. Total CPU family 6. One CPU allocated. Model name Intel Core i5 10th generation. This all the details you can see in the real-time server also. Suppose if you want to print only CPU information, not other details, you can use nproc. How many CPUs are there? Only one. Let me to find a CPU, to find more information along with the CPU count, use below command. This is the LSCPU. It gives the CPU information and all the information. What was the processor? Everything it gives. What is the architecture and the total CPU family, and what was the model name and the CPU megahertz. Okay, so suppose 6.1 to find only CPU count. To find only CPU count, you can use nproc. Nproc. Okay. Yes. Yes, we done. Okay. Suppose I want to check CPU usage, CPU utilization, CPU whether it is fully utilized or no one using. I want to know CPU utilized. Disk utilizer, how to know disk utilize? df-h. What is the user percentage? What is available? What is the size? What is the used? The same way I want to find CPU utilization, CPU usage, SAR12. You have to understand this command. Now can say, so by seeing this output, we can say our CPU is in idle state. Percentage idle, it's 93% idle state only. No one using. I started server, but no one using. So percentage user, there is no users, there is no users currently using this server. That's why percentage user 0. Percentage idle, we need to see these two columns output mainly. Percentage user, percentage idle. Idle means it's completely idle state, no one using. 92% idle. If you see 92% here, that means CPU utilizing almost 100%. You have to add the CPU to improve the performance. So CPU usage, it should be less than 60%. If CPU usage utilized more than 60%, 70%, you can get the alerts in the real time. They configured like this. So whenever we get the CPU alerts more than 70%, we have to verify how many users are connected, what database and what SQL statement they are running. So we have to inform them application team. These are the SQL statements which are consuming more CPU. Please take a look. They will take a look. They will kill the sessions if required, or they will ask us to kill the sessions. The CPU says how to find the CPU says SAR command. SAR one means every, you can say every second I need two outputs. Every second I need to get the two outputs about CPU usage. You can say 8:44 minutes 19 seconds. Every second, SAR1 means every second means 820 seconds, 8:44 20 seconds. This is the starting. This is the first output 820. The second output 21 20 seconds 21 seconds. Based on these two results, this is the average value. Clear? So how many CPUs attached? Only one CPU. You can say only one CPU. It's 64-bit. Okay. So what is the mission name? This is the server name. This is the Linux kernel version. Suppose I want to every second I want to 5 outputs. SAR15. That means every second it gives the 5 results, 5 outputs. Every second. First second 58. This is the first output. 51, 59. Next second 59 second. Next 60 seconds 00. Next 01. That means these are the 5 outputs. Based on the 5 outputs, this is the average value. 94% its ideal state. Every 2 seconds I need output. SAR 3. That means every 2 seconds, can say every 2 seconds it gives the 3 results, 3 outputs. 30, first results 30 means every 2 seconds means next 32 seconds. After 32 2 seconds means 34. Like this, based on 3 results, because I given three outputs I need. So 3 outputs. What is the time? Every 2 seconds. So 30, 32, 34. If you give here 10, it give 30, next 40, 40 second, 50, like this. Based on the sequence, they give the outputs. Based on the output results, it gives the average value. So by seeing this output, we can understand. So there is no users are utilizing. System is idle state only. Clear? To find a CPU usage or utilization, use below command. You can say, so SAR12, example 1. Here I need CPU usage details for every 1 second, every 1 second, 1 second per two outputs, two outputs. SAR 1, 2. Okay. Next, example 2. Here I can say, here I need CPU usage details for every 1 second for 5 outputs. The same example 3. Example 3. Here I need CPU usage details for every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds. Every 2 seconds for 3 outputs. 3 outputs. Can say like this. Clear? Any queries from anyone? Any queries? Okay. So I need all the details at a time. CPU usage, disk usage, load average, top command. You can use top command. Give top and control C. Here you can say, so this is the current timestamp and how long the system is running from 47 minutes onwards. What was the load average? Less than 1%. What is the CPU usage percentage CPU? This is the percentage CPU. This line, if you see CPU details, you can get. So what is the ideal means? ID means 87% ideal state. US means users. Users 0% utilized. Memory percentage. What is the total memory? This is the total memory. This is the free memory. This is the used memory. This is the buffer cache. Swap memory details. So here also you can see percentage CPU 5.9. Percentage memory details. Like this we can see all the details. So here any process is which is using consuming 100%. Here you can see. Here also you can see CPU here. Clear? To know all details. All details. That means CPU, load average, CPU details, memory details, etc. Using top command. Just enter top, type top, then cancel. Control C. Okay. Type. Just top command, then control C. It will cancel. Okay. You can say top. If you not cancel, just top, enter. It keep on the details. How to get? You can control C. Yes, I cancelled. Top command. We can see here how long system is up and running, what was the load average, what was the CPU percentage, what was the memory details, what was the sub memory details, everything you can get it. All the details. Clear? Any queries from anyone? Hello? Okay, just you can practice these all the commands. Second day commands. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow. So like this daily, we'll discuss 15 commands. Okay, so day 2 Linux commands. Day 2 Linux commands. Okay, I will share this document and I will share this record. Okay, so that's it.